Sheikh Muhammad ibn Yaqub, fondly known as Al-Kulayni, the famous hadith narrator, in his work Al-Usul Al-Kafi, narrated a hadith from Imam Sadiq alayhi salam where he says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Al-Ghadhab miftahu kulli shar, meaning that anger is the key that opens all the doors to all the vices. Now this anger can be used in two ways. Firstly, anger can be used in a bad way or in a positive way. Anger in a bad way, when it becomes uncontrollable, when it takes over the person, he loses his sense of thinking, he loses his sense of rational understanding and meaning, and does things that he may regret, such as insulting a person, calling someone names, even injuring or killing someone. Now this is the negative or bad type of ghadab or anger. Now the positive ghadab is anger that we must use in a positive way, meaning when we want to do amr bil ma'ruf or nahi anil munkar, we must have some sort of anger in us to repel the enemies, to fight against the enemies, to be on the front line. Now this is a positive anger. Now going back to the negative type of anger or ghadab, how do we control it? Now there are several ways. The first way is that we must think of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala constantly. Do dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Remember Him. Praise Him. The second way is that when we are faced with a situation where the spark of anger enters our body, before this spark turns into a rage of fire where it's uncontrollable, the urafa and the ulama, they say to change your posture or change your position. Meaning, if you're standing when you become angry, they say to sit down. They recommend sitting. Or if you are sitting when you become angry, they recommend standing. Just moving from the position that you were in when you became angry. Even you may lay down or perform wudu. Think about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. These are ways that you can control your anger. Because the anger, once it enters your body, once it takes you over, it becomes uncontrollable and you may do things that you may regret. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.